What is up, everybody? This is JP, your online personal trainer. Last week I know I only had one video, but it's because I had to move. Who knew moving could be such a bitch? It's extremely annoying. It basically took like a day and a half, and one day was like a 16-hour day, just straight moving stuff. I try to get it done as soon as possible, but I did have one video last week. I'm gonna go back to my regular schedule of doing 2 videos a week. So again, thanks for sticking in, staying with me. I know I am a relatively new channel, but as you can check my channel and see that I've been pretty consistent. There are a few gaps in there where I maybe had like a week where I couldn't do a video, but again, you just gotta handle what life throws at you. But thank you for sticking with me. Today's video is gonna be how you can get in more calories. There's a ton of information online and on YouTube videos for people who want to lose weight and want to feel full so they don't eat more food. So again, it can prevent the excess calories they take in. I mean, it's all over the internet. You could type in a few words regarding weight loss and it's a ton of stuff is going to come up. Some stuff about satiety, basically some stuff about just staying away from junk food, foods that taste good, that are healthy, things like that. But I don't really see the other end of the spectrum targeted as much, and there are people who struggle with this. And even if you don't struggle with this all the time, there are maybe certain parts of the day that you may struggle with this, which I'm about to talk about in a little bit. Okay, so basically, if you were a type of person who just can't get in enough calories because 1, you're a hard gainer, 2, sometimes you just don't have an appetite, 3, you're sick, or for some reason you're sick, you have a medical condition, but during certain parts of your life, and you don't want to lose all your gains. Your whole goal obviously is to make gains, to gain muscle. And obviously if you don't take in enough calories, specifically protein obviously, but carbs and fats play a huge role in that too, then you're not going to be able to gain muscle. It's plain and simple. Your body's getting muscle is extremely metabolically costly. It's going to get rid of muscle, especially if you're someone who has gained muscle already and something hits you. Let's just say you get really sick and you have no appetite and the sickness lasts for a week to 2 weeks. That can really cut you back a little bit on strength and muscle. Again, it's not going to destroy you, but that's just one example of someone who needs to get in enough calories and they can't for some reason. The foods they eat are too filling or they just don't know what to do. Yeah, so all those scenarios are instances where someone needs to get in more calories. Again, anyone. It could be anyone on the spectrum. Someone who's sick, simply just hard gainers, or someone who just doesn't have an appetite. For example, I know a ton of people who just can't eat in the morning or they can't eat post-workout. And obviously both those times are extremely important to be able to get in calories. Now, waiting a little bit is okay post-workout. I recommend eating as soon as possible post-workout, but if you have to wait a little bit, that's fine. If you can get in a full meal by waiting 5 minutes or something, 30 minutes even up to 45 minutes or even an hour, I guess. Anything within an hour is pretty good, but the problem here is that some people just physically can't get in enough calories. It's not really the timing that they're eating, and maybe sometimes it is the timing, but they just can't get in enough calories, which again, it doesn't matter if you're not getting enough calories. It doesn't matter if you eat soon after your workout. Your body needs enough calories for it to be able to build muscle, to be able to maintain bodily processes and stuff like that. So again, so let's start off with, first tip is shakes. I would recommend doing shakes. It helps me a ton. I don't know about you. When you blend things up together, and by shakes, I don't mean ice cream shakes, I don't mean junk food shakes, I mean just any type of smoothie or a healthy shake. But when I blend things up together and I don't put any extra water, I don't put any extra ice, but I blend it up and I just drink it really fast, or if I, just drink it at whatever pace you want. Me drinking it fast helps me. That might help you too. But when it's in a shake form, a liquid form somewhat, it's easier for me to get down. I don't have to do all the chewing and the process of eating the food, cutting it up. You just simply drink it. If you want the calories, but you don't really have that much of an appetite, you could just make a shake, drink it fast because it goes down easier, and then voila, you got all the calories right there. And for some reason, because it's in a condensed form, it just feels like it doesn't fill me up as much as if I were to eat everything in that shake individually. And everything else after shakes, you're going to be able to combine these stuff and put them in shakes. The next one is seeds. Seeds are they're low satiety. Oh, and that's one word I'm going to use a lot. Satiety just means feeling of fullness. If a food has high satiety, that means it makes you feel full for a lower amount of calories. And a food that is low satiety doesn't make you feel that full, even though it's actually a lot of calories. So foods on this list are going to be lower satiety because that's what you're looking for. But again, seeds. Seeds are extremely low satiety, as is everything on this list. But things like chia seeds and hemp seeds, they have a good amount of protein. They have a good amount of healthy fats, and they're overall they're good for you. They have tons and tons and tons of fiber. They're things that you would want in a full diet. And again, like I said, with shakes, you could throw these in with anything. Cereal, with shakes, with just about any meal that you want. I mean, I throw these in with my protein shake all the time, but again, you pour in a few tablespoons, it's definitely going to ramp up the calories real quick. And then it's not just these two seeds, it could be any seeds that you want. You just have to look them up and make sure that you're eating healthy things. Again, this list isn't going to be a bunch of lists of junk food items. Usually junk food items are, how do I say it? They're low satiety still, but they're unhealthy. Is the point. So what's the point of eating low satiety when the unhealthy food is going to cause a lot of other problems that are going to maybe make you gain weight, but not in the way that you want. So again, definitely don't overlook seeds. Now, kind of in the same realm slightly is nuts. Nuts are good ones to throw in foods like almonds and pecans, and even things like pistachios are good things because again, it's the same thing as seeds. They have a lot of healthy fats in them. You take a handful of seeds and you eat them like that, or if you put them in a shake, again, it's real easy to throw into a shake, then you're going to be getting a lot of calories. Now, again, this list, I'm trying to give you stuff that you can get in more calories because you obviously, if you're watching this video, you have trouble doing it, but don't go absolutely nuts. I don't want this to swing to the other side and then you put, 5 handfuls of nuts and seeds in one meal and it ends up being like 1,200 calories. But again, if you look at the calories and you measure it out, it's going to be a pretty good amount of calories for not that much nuts or seeds. The next one, and again, that's just my personal preference, is non-dairy yogurt. Again, to me, just doesn't really fill me up. If you look at any list online, yogurt is usually classified as low satiety. So again, that's an easy way you can gain calories, and it fits with shakes really well too. Again, a lot of these things you can combine to make great shakes. Soy and almond milk, again, good protein, a good amount of calcium, a lot more nutritious than regular milk, way more nutritious, and there's a lot of misinformation about regular milk, and it's really not healthy at all. So I would recommend soy or almond milk, and it goes great with shakes. Extremely good, and it's very healthy for you. One of my personal favorites on this entire list is peanut butter. Peanut butter is extremely good for you. Again, healthy fats, and it tastes good, and it's very calorically dense. If you put a few tablespoons of peanut butter, and it goes good with, like, for example, if you eat peanut butter with maybe on a sandwich with bread, and then you have some dairy milk, that's a whole meal right there. Now, the bread isn't low satiety, bread's high satiety, but let's just say you make a peanut butter shake. You put in just a few ice cubes because you don't want to get full, and then you put in some non-dairy milk with non-dairy yogurt and some peanut butter. You basically got a really healthy, good shake right there with a lot of protein and carbohydrates and some healthy fats from the peanut butter. But again, peanut butter is one of my favorite because you can mix it with almost anything. A different one on this list, because these ones tend to seem more like cold type food, but this can go on like a sandwich or something that you make, is avocados. Avocados, again, come with healthy fats, and they're extremely calorically dense. If you take, half an avocado, or even if you really like avocado and you eat a whole avocado, that's a lot of calories. Just make sure you get in some protein with the avocado. If avocados don't have a ton of protein in them, barely if anything at all, so I would recommend eating that with something that does have protein. And the last one is granola. Again, there are unhealthy versions of this, but if you find a healthy version of granola, literally a cup of granola is going to be a lot of calories, and that's, again, perfect to go with the peanut butter, the almond milk, the non-dairy yogurt, and the seeds and stuff. You can eat these individually, or like I said, you can mix these all up together. And yeah, there are a bunch of options right there that'll work for you if you're someone who struggles to get in a ton of calories in your diet. Again, one thing I would recommend is there are going to be unhealthy versions of these. You can find an unhealthy version of a peanut butter. I don't want you to look at this video and be like, oh, well, peanut butter is unhealthy. I can find an unhealthy version of each one of these. I'm not joking. Maybe in almonds and pecans, well, yeah, you can, because they might throw in salt and a bunch of other things that can be excessive. But if you just literally, it's not hard. If you look a little bit, you can find healthy versions of everything on here, and don't add a ton of things on them. Don't add a ton of salt, because, again, that's going to start causing other problems for you. But if you just eat them exactly how they are and find a healthy version, it's gonna fill you up, especially when you combine them. And it's gonna be surprising if someone picks a few things off these lists and then they can't hit their target goal, because, again, these are all calorically dense and they're extremely healthy. If you like videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you have any recommendations or ideas for videos that you want me to do, please post them down below. I know I do have a few of you who have asked for videos. I'm still coming up with information on that, but again, you can check out my Facebook page below. I always link that, but until next time, see ya.